Hi, how's everybody doing? It's Paul from Magpie 24/7, back again on the eve of a massive game for Newcastle United against Manchester City. It is the first game that all of that absolute filth has been ripped down from the stadium. Every square inch of that red and blue shit is finally where shit belongs, in the fucking skip. In most likely landfill, unfortunately, but it is off the stadium. It should never have been up in the first fucking place. Paid literally fucking £2 and a Sports Direct fucking mug for all that shit around the stadium, and it did. It covered every fucking wall, every door, every seat, every chair, every advertising hoarding. But thankfully now, the new ownership have got it all down, given the place a little bit of a paint job, and removed every last final sign of that oppressive shit that was all over the place. And I've seen people mock the Newcastle fans for longing and wanting and celebrating the fact that it is down, but it is not so much. I mean, yes, it's a fucking eyesore, we know that. Yes, it's spoiled what to us is a place it's just as sacred as a church or anything else like that, but it's what it represents. It's the final bit of the old regime, the dictatorship, the years of underinvestment, of the way that they've treated the fans, the ex-players, ex-managers, the way that we have ran the place like a fucking pound shop, not taking cups seriously, joke appointments, so on and so forth. It is the last reminder of all of those years of shit finally gone once and for fucking all. But yeah, there's a game of football on tomorrow as well. I was looking around the stadium and admiring what a fantastic sight it will no doubt be, and that is against Pep Guardiola, easy for me to say, in his Manchester City team. What an abundance of riches and a playing staff that he has got. And it's certainly a club I think that we are looking to aspire to be more like in the future. Maybe not the support, which is still, I still scratch my head when they've got like loads of empty seats for Champions League games and stuff like that. But look, with the success that they've got, the quality players across the park, the absolute loads of options, and then Scott Carson. But look, they're a fantastic team and no doubt massive favourites against us tomorrow. But so will Liverpool, and to be fair, if it wasn't for the Mike Dean bastard show again, if it wasn't for the circus that follows around that absolute fucking cockwomble, then we probably would have got something from our trip to Anfield, because I felt the team played as a team, as a unit. We created chances, we had possession, and we were shafted over. The first goal shouldn't have stood for me. There's a head injury. The game should have been stopped. It would have been stopped if it was the other way around, let's face it. The third goal, which was a thundercunt, but didn't help from Mike Dean shielding Dubravka from being able to see it and all. And then during the game, dubious, questionable decision after questionable decision. But look, we're used to that this season. There has been a definite agenda against Newcastle all fucking season. And we have had some crazy decisions after crazy fucking decisions, and I think you, like me, are probably sick to the back fucking teeth of some of the shit that's gone off this season with the refereeing. And fucking hell, if it's due to all iron out, if it's due to all even out at some point, then we are due some massive luck shortly, because we have had so much crap. It's been unfucking believable. It really has. So yeah, I did feel a little bit hard done by, but look, I was proud in the effort and the application and the fight and the spirit that we showed against Liverpool. It was there for all to see. Apologies there. But yeah, we came up short. At the end of the day, we've got no points for it. With no points for it. Again, we can look to some good performances. Joe Linton, I thought, was magnificent again. He seemed to be everywhere across the pitch, and you know, Eddie Howe's even getting great performances out of John Joe Shelby, which I thought was an impossibility. You know, he's getting John Joe more mobile, he's all over the place, he's taking shots on. Cracking goal, absolutely cracking goal. And he's got that in him. He's got that in him to be able to score the flamboyant, the extravagant, you know, the long distance shots. So that's nice to see and everything. But yeah, ultimately we're still deep in the shit. Ultimately we got no points from the game. And ultimately I hope we never get fucking Mike Dean again. A Merseyside official for a Merseyside team. Fuck me, let's hope Anton Decker refereeing the next one, because we could do with all the help we can get against Manchester City. You look at their squad and you could arguably say that it's the best squad certainly in the league. They can hurt you so many ways. That's the short against Leeds, pumping them 7-0, 7-0 at the Canter. De Bruyne banging, you know, in form. You've got your Fodens, you've got your Sterlings. You know, you could go through their team and it would depress you if you just literally pick it apart, player by player, position by position. So you just got to say, look, Newcastle have got to be 100% on it tomorrow, and hope that Manchester City have a day where they are well below their normal standards. You've got to hope for finally some look of some refereeing decisions, and if everything goes our way and they are playing below themselves, then there's a chance. But realistically, you'd look at it and you'd think it's probably going to be another Manchester City victory. But look, if the players give the all, if they put in a performance and a determined battle and they're trying hard, that is something, because we wouldn't have had it under Bruce. The last game under Bruce would have been a 5% possession, rolled over your back and literally have your stomach being scratched. That would have been what happened last time if it was under Bruce at Anfield and stuff. So apologies there, but it is what it is. We know that we've won the lottery, but we can't cash the cheque until January 1st. Lots of noises about lots of players being linked to us, the likes of Kieran Trippier, the lad is a Tarvoska, I can't pronounce him, you know it is, the Burnley lad, the defender, and some others as well. Kelly from Bournemouth has been heavily linked, Ben May's been also linked quite often. Look, I think it's clear that work is going on. Howard alluded to this in his press conference and said, look, I'm not talking about your Trippiers of the world at the moment, because I'm concentrating on the players that are here, but there are conversations happening elsewhere with the ownership, looking to improve the team. So look, I think that they want to bring in players like Trippier, proven Premier League experience, can hit the ground running, can come in, can do a job, and they may stay with you if you were to go down and rebuild, with the idea that obviously we're building a project and there's exciting times ahead, regardless to what happens this season and how it pans out in the end. So yeah, exciting times. I'm looking forward to January like it was Christmas Day. It's like Christmas Day for Newcastle supporters all over the world. And I'm just happened to pass the New York Stadium to my right. Obviously saw Newcastle play there pre-season. Jeff Hendrick, wasn't it, who scored an equaliser? Fuck me. Paul Duett's last fucking game. Jesus wept. So yeah, you'll be able to see it just there as we're passing through it. But yeah, team news for tomorrow. Manchester City are pretty much full strength, which is marvellous. To be honest, their reserves could give us a good game, let's face it. But God, Newcastle were missing a few players. ASM, he hobbled off. I doubt he's going to be playing this game, to be honest, which is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. But we also as well, and I think even more importantly, because I don't think we've got any realistic cover for him, but we're also missing Jamal Lewis from left back. I thought it's been really good since coming back in. A little bit of confidence, a little bit of coaching, and it's amazing what can happen with any player. I mean, we've just talked about Joe Linton and fucking Shelby. Again, Lewis is another one who looks transformed under the new manager, but I'm 100% certain he won't be playing. It looks like quite a nasty injury. He may be missing for a little while. I doubt ASM will be risked, even if it is just a minor knock or whatever. and obviously Fernandes as well. He's unavailable for the festive schedule, one would assume. So yeah, we've got the worst defence in the league, and we're missing a few up against arguably the greatest attack and a team who can hit you and hurt you from all over the park. So it's going to be a difficult one, no doubt about it. But look, let's get the performance that we had at Anfield, the application that we had at Anfield, give it a right good go. Callum Wilson will no doubt come back into it. I'm expecting us to maybe drop to 5 at the back, playing wing backs. That's that would be my guess and good feeling that, you know, we drop back to do that. We still got to try and be able to break quickly, so I expect to see the likes of Miguel Miron coming back in, because I think with his pace and stuff, that'll help us get from back to front a little bit quicker and play that counter-attacking football that we're going to need to rely on for this game. So I'm just leaving Rotherham at the moment. But yeah, I expect it to be a great atmosphere. Everybody's still behind Eddie Howe with the new ownership. We know that they are playing with one hand behind their back, and have already done fantastic things. We are playing better football. It's just a gulf in quality when you're coming up against these Liverpools and Manchester Cities. And look, let's get this game out the road. Let's hopefully still stay in touch. That's what it's all about. Get to the beginning of January, stay in touch, and then we can work on things. December's fixtures are, oh god, it's like shithousery fixtures. But look, January we've got some very winnable games coming up, and that is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to put a couple of victories together. We're going to have to bring in these players. Look, we're getting linked with like 80-90 million pound fucking strikers from Italy. We're getting linked with some great, fantastic talent, and importantly, some proven quality Premier League standard players that have already been there, done it, got the t-shirt. So I think there'll be massive changes next month, and we're going to have to get virtually a season's worth of wins out of half a season. And I think we're still capable, and I think we're capable. Well, we have stunk at certain points of the season, but I still think we're capable of maybe getting something against a Manchester United or an Everton. I don't think that's out of the question. Again, it's all down to a performance of the top quality. So John Joe playing at his best, Joe Linton playing at his best, everybody playing at their best. We might be able to give one of these other teams that we see out this year in a game and get some more points on the board. That would be absolutely fantastic if we can do that. Tomorrow I'm not expecting anything we get will be a bonus. It's a little bit of a free hit, but that doesn't mean that we can afford to drop off. The intensity, I think that's the key word, the intensity has to be right. If we play intensely enough, then I'm confident that we can be okay. We can be okay. What we don't want to be doing tomorrow is getting absolutely tanked like Leeds did 7-0. So everything crossed that doesn't happen. We enjoy seeing the stadium back to how it should be, and we are literally inching and clawing our way to January to see what we can do with regards to improving this squad, because a team with 4 goalkeepers in, with Paul Dummett, he's taking a space up all the first part of the season and is nowhere near being ready to be able to be called on. You know, there's umpteen positions, and then there's also players getting linked with leaving us over the past week or so. Dwight Gale, who's getting absolutely nothing, is he? At the moment, he's getting absolutely nothing. He's been linked with a move away to the likes of Middlesbrough, Stoke interested, West Brom, Forest sniffing about as well previously. We've got people interested in Jeff Hendrick, probably on loan, Nottingham Forest. Have you noticed in all these teams are Championship teams? Yeah, there's no Premier League clubs queuing around the block for some of these players, but there are interested in some of our players. Sean Longstaff, his contract ticks back down. We've got Matty Longstaff coming back in, but I can't really see him having too much of a future, and I can imagine him being loaned out again for the second half of the season, because it was always the plan to get him out the door, really, wasn't it? That's why he went to Aberdeen, but it just hasn't worked, has it? So yeah, lots of players being linked with moves out, so we'll be replacing those players. Woodman has loan interest in him. Elliot Anderson has loan interest in him, I think from Luton it was. So players going out, there'll be players that need to be replaced, and then there's going to be players who just aren't good enough, who decisions will have to be made. So they either train with the reserves, or the contracts are paid up, or whatever. Like your Kieran Clarks, which is a shame, because like you said, a year or two ago he was doing a good job, but just like so many, it's just like, has their time come now? Do they need a fresh start? Have they been at Newcastle United too long? You know, most of this is our championship winning team, and we are paying the price of the Bruce and Ashley regime. As sad and as painful as that is, we still are. But yeah, lots of changes, lots of manoeuvring about as we build a squad capable of keeping clean sheets, capable of getting up and picking up points away from home, victories at home, and being competitive. It's all about that. It's all about the short term. There's no thinking about years in the future and European assaults and this, that and the other. It's all about the here and now, and getting the right characters in to place for the fight that's to come up. And you know, you saw that fight, that team spirit, and it can get you a long way. So look, if we can keep that fight and team spirit and that togetherness that we displayed at Liverpool, improve the quality, I still maintain that despite the fact I probably expect us tomorrow to pick up another loss, I'm still confident in the fact that I think we will be okay at the end of the season. I think it's going to go all the way down to it, but I still think there's the fixtures there, the investment is there, and then we'll have the players there to be able to pull us out of the shit. That's my honest and hand on heart feeling as we are at the moment. Look, if we go down, and we rebuild and we regroup and we travel, you know, the lesser leagues and the lesser lights, and you give everybody their opportunity to have a good laugh and a good chuckle at Newcastle's expense one more time. But we're not fucking about. The future is looking good for Newcastle. It is looking bright. So if all the people taking the piss from these other clubs and stuff like that, enjoy it whilst you can. Enjoy it, because there'll still be 50,000 at St James's Park if we go down. There'll still be signings, there'll still be money made, there'll still be investments, there'll still be a new training ground to be started to get built. There'll still be the infrastructure, the building blocks getting put in place. So you just enjoy it whilst you fucking can. All my life, it's always just been, you made the numbers up, or you come a little bit short, or you get to the final 2 seasons in a row and you lose. You blow a fucking 15 point lead, you blow this lead, blow that lead. It's always been about coming up a little bit short. I know for a fact now that with this ownership, they ain't coming to fuck around. They expect the very, very best. They're used to that. They're used to success. They will not go down there. They're not interested in a 10th place finish and isn't that good, or you know, a run to the quarterfinals of the League Cup. They're not interested in that. These are big time players, these are successful people, and they want the best for the football club. And I know that within a couple of years' times, exciting times are coming, and that is what I'm focusing on. That is helping me and giving me the strength to get through the defeat after defeat after defeat, you know. But I can still bottle up what it felt like against Burnley. The spirit, the energy, the enthusiasm. It was like everybody was fed on raw meat around us. It really was. The energy and the absolute and utter passion to get the 3 points. I know it's coming. So keep that in mind. We'll sing. We will no doubt dance around, pogo and all that sort of thing at St James's Park tomorrow. Have a great time. Get behind the lads, whichever 11 are wearing the shirt. We'll get behind the manager, the ownership, as we always do. And yeah, fingers crossed. In the meantime, this will be certainly the last preview before Christmas. There'll be a review also, so which I think Carl is doing on this one. So I will just take the opportunity to thank you for supporting Magpie 24/7. We've just added up all the numbers. It's not about numbers or this, that and the other for us. It may be for others, but when it's like 26,000, you look and you're like, unbelievable. It's crazy stuff. We do it because we enjoy doing it. We're passionate about Newcastle United, and we just literally call it as we see it. We always have, we always will do. But yes, just like to say Merry Christmas and all that sort of thing to you and your family. Hope you have a great Christmas day, and then I hope that come the Manchester United game, we're all back at St James's Park again, and it's a game, I don't know, I've got a funny feeling that we might, and I think we're capable of doing over Manchester United, catching them on the right moment, and then we're reunited, aren't we, with Rafa Benitez and everything, and that's bound to be nice and a fruity game to be able to get our teeth into. So yeah, Merry Christmas to one and all. Hope everybody is A-OK, staying safe and well. But yeah, Merry Christmas. Thank you for the support. We do not take it for granted. If you don't like and subscribe to the pages, we would appreciate nice Christmas little gift if you could do. I know there's thousands over on the Facebook and the Twitter pages. We have started the YouTube page off earlier this year, so if you could subscribe to the YouTube channel, would appreciate that. In the meantime, keep it tuned, and I'll speak to you later.